President Obama is playing campaigner-in-chief, as we said, in Maine, while friction within his staff becomes a hot front-page topic. Here's Chief White House correspondent Ed Henry.
As President Obama tried to focus back on the campaign trail, he found himself dogged by yet another national security crisis. This time, a crisis within his own national security team, as simmering tensions between the president's top advisors spilled out into the open about infighting between National Security Advisor Susan Rice and Chief of Staff Dennis McDonough, while aides anonymously dumped on Secretary of State John Kerry for not being on the same page. The New York Times reporting, quote, White House officials joke that he is like the astronaut played by Sandra Bullock in the movie Gravity, somersaulting through space, untethered from the White House.
You know, this is a chatty Cathy town.
Kerry today dismissed it as gossip, though he was forced to try and push back on the impression that administration insiders are wasting time battling each other instead of having a singular focus on waging war with ISIS militants.
The coordination and relationship between Susan and me and Dennis and the team is as tight as I've ever experienced.
That easy rapport does not seem to exist between Rice and McDonough. The National Security Advisor miffed the Chief of Staff's broad portfolio is encroaching on her turf. The Times noting the most glaring example, McDonough personally flew to California to huddle with Senate Intelligence Chairwoman Dianne Feinstein over redactions to a Senate report on the CIA's detention and interrogation practices. Besides elbowing out Rice, McDonough getting into the weeds like that feeds into Republican charges that inexperience flows from the very top.
We've seen the disaster of what happens when you let somebody who can't run a lemonade stand go into the White House.
The behind-the-scenes sniping comes just one day after officials also anonymously attacked Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, calling him a coward and chicken bleep.
It is disgraceful, unacceptable, damaging, and I think neither President Obama nor I've never heard that word around me in the White House.
Meanwhile, at the Pentagon, General Martin Dempsey revealed he wants to send more military advisors to Anbar province to fight ISIS, which means expect more U.S. troops to go into Iraq. But the key is after the election. Brett?
Ed Henry live on the North Lawn. Ed, thank you.